Hi, Verdi, and welcome back. My name is Melissa, and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. So today's tip is to cook whole foods, not like whole foods like the grocery store, like whole foods like actual foods from scratch. So if you, don't get me wrong, we've all been there where we're busy and it's just easier to grab chicken nuggets or fish sticks or whatever and mac and cheese. We've all done that at some point. And though it's definitely cheaper than going out to eat, it's so expensive. My kid loves Hamburger Helper. Absolutely loves it. And so, I'd say he probably gets Hamburger Helper around 4 times a year. 2 to 4 times a year. Really depends on a lot. I mean, when it was $1 a box, it would regularly go on sale like 10 for 10 with the 11th item free kind of a thing, then I didn't mind getting it so much, but it's almost $2 a box. It's stinking expensive. And it's, I don't know, like 5 or 6 ounces of pasta. There's not a lot in like the mix. And so I really feel like it's expensive and it's got a lot of sodium and a lot of the bad crap. And so you're not getting the nutrients you need either. And I'm not trying to judge you or how you eat. I mean, we've all been there. I've eaten a lot of processed crap in my day. Um, I've eaten fast food. I don't anymore, but I have. Um, but okay, so when you're buying the processed and pre-made foods instead of buying whole foods and making them yourself, you are giving your money to corporations who are regulating our food, and not always in the best way, because when they're regulating our food and choosing how our food system works, they're not doing it because they're concerned about your nutrition. They're not even doing it because they want to make sure you enjoy enjoy the taste of their food. They are putting in tons of salt to make it palatable and, charging you so much. Like, I can make chicken nuggets, and my kid, some days he's like, your chicken nuggets are the best, and other days he's like, your chicken nuggets are the worst. I don't fry mine, I bake them though, and that's, I'm sure, part of it. But I'm paying $1 a pound for chicken versus, the chicken tenders, which are already breaded. So when you figure out the per pound cost, you've got to figure part of that's breading. Really curious. I do have a rain check for some of the pilgrims, which are a higher quality one. They're like $3.33 a package on the rain check. So maybe I'll get those and I'll dissect one of the chicken nuggets maybe and see how much is of its chicken, how much of it's breading, to like kind of calculate the weight. But people are like, oh, it's, not that bad because it's X number of dollars a pound for meat. But the thing is a lot of it's flour. Flour is cheap. So you're not paying X number of dollars for meat. You're paying X number of dollars for meat and flour. Same with your TV dinners. I actually was thinking about doing a series on how to remake TV dinners at half the price or less. Because I actually figured out, actually went through a bunch of healthy choice dinners and everything and did the math and kind of used what I know about food and, figured out, because, it tells you how many grams of protein. So you can kind of figure out how much chicken or how much beef, or in the one case, how much processed beef conglomerated food as well. Um, sorry. I shouldn't yuck other people's food. I know better. But when you're eating the other food, you're just you're paying a corporation what you don't need to be. Popsicles? Do you know how easy popsicles are? How many of us, if you're my age or older, I guarantee you did this at least once. I think there may have been like a lemonade guy or a lemon guy or something who taught us how to do it on a commercial. But you remember taking Kool-Aid or juice? I think we were supposed to use juice, but I think we all used Kool-Aid. And putting them, filling an ice cube tray with Kool-Aid, and then putting aluminum foil over the top, and then poking toothpicks through, and then freezing it, having these like little mini popsicles. You could, you know, and then there were the rich kids whose parents had the Tupperware popsicles. Um, we all knew you had money if your mom had the actual popsicle trays. Um, sorry, I digress. But Kool-Aid, so I've been trying to like gradually like get my kid more used to certain things and changes as we, you know, approach a new time in our lives. And I don't know why I didn't have him have Kool-Aid a lot. I don't know if it was, I don't know why. But I got Splenda. Got like a big old bag of Splenda for like 5 something. And that's 11 and a half servings, 11 and a half cups that equals out to. So I can make 11 and a half pitchers of Kool-Aid. And Kool-Aid packets are regular price 39 cents. So I can't remember, what was it like? It was under $1, whatever it was. Like maybe 75 cents for a 2-quart thing of Kool-Aid. If you used real sugar instead of Splenda, obviously it would be a lot cheaper, but then, you know, a lot of calories. But you could take that and you can make popsicles. Then your kids have a frozen treat. You can, I have strawberries actually. I got some strawberries for $1 a pound. And I'm going to puree them and make like a fruit pop with them, which will also be healthy. You can, sometimes just freezing fruit. Like I will sit there and I could sit there and eat frozen blueberries all day. I mean, I have to be careful. One time I was sitting there watching a movie, and my kid was little. He was playing, doing something. I can't remember. I don't know, coming back and forth. And I'm watching a movie, dog on my lap. And I looked over, or I had like one of those like big things of blueberries. The dog and I, now mind you, the dog was like a 7.5, 8-pound dog, had eaten a 2-pound thing of blueberries. Just sat there and eating them. And they were just frozen blueberries. It was super easy. So fun treat, frozen fruit, healthy and cheap. Cooking chicken. Chicken is so easy. I mean, chicken and a sauce and you're set. Potatoes, super easy again. I can think of like 3 or 4 different ways to make potatoes that are incredibly easy and affordable and use barely any money. Baked. Then you just have your fixings. You can dice them up and make roast potatoes. I use just a smidge of oil and seasoning. You can dice them up and put them in aluminum foil, throw them on the grill with some peppers and onions and butter. You can slice them with onions, grill them in the wok. All super affordable sides. Rice, super affordable side and super easy. I did a video. I'll see if I can link it. But I did a video a while back about using a cheat sauce where I have rice, and then I take chicken nuggets that I made and I just toss a sauce on them, and bam, it's sweet and sour chicken or whatever. But cooking whole foods, and I know, ironically enough, the sauce is like not, but learning how to cook with actual raw materials, to cut your own veggies, to do all that. And honestly, it doesn't have to be perfect. You do not have to be a chef who can like slice and dice, and do all that crazy stuff. You you just need to try, and you'll get better at it. I mean, I'm sure given even a little bit of time, you'll be far better than I am. My knife skills suck. But there are so many free recipes available. The internet. Go check out a library book, a cookbook from the library. Uh, Honestly, if you're really looking at a cookbook from the library, maybe a good place to start, because you got pictures, and trying to go online without a specific search. Sorry, it could be overwhelming. Versus if you say, go to the library and look for like a crock pot cookbook, or a chicken cookbook, or like whatever kind of thing you want to know more about. You look through and you see the pictures and you read the recipes, you're like, oh, that sounds good. You can kind of figure it out. But start learning how to cook whole foods. Starting with raw chicken, starting with um trying to think raw chicken, uh raw vegetables, raw sides, like dried rice or dried beans, or even dried spaghetti. I mean, it's not that hard. And honestly, well, definitely, like, the stuff that comes in the store does have some texture differences. Like, if I'm going to do fettuccine, I will admit 100% that it's better than the dried stuff. But most days it's okay. So learn how to, you know, make something, anything. And if you already can cook a lot, then learn how to make a new dish. Maybe a new thing. Maybe you're awesome at grilling. Maybe try a wok. Maybe you are great. My brother and I used to, I always joke, because he was great with steaks and burgers and I was great with chicken. Well, now he lives in Ohio and I live in Illinois. So, you know, we can't share that. So he learned how to cook chicken and I learned how to cook steak and burgers and stuff. So, learn that. Do something like that. I learned how to cook fried rice because I didn't want to pay for it at Chinese restaurants, and also, for me, that was a lot of it was calories. It was like nutritional input and stuff. But and that's the other thing. I've lost like a lot of weight, like a lot. And so I feel like in the past 10 and a half months of having lost the weight, I feel like I've actually really expanded my horizons and learned to cook more because of it. Um, but start learning how to work with whole foods so that you can cook more meals and eat more healthy and save money, because a pound of chicken nuggets is not going to be as filling as using a pound of chicken to make chicken nuggets from scratch. It just isn't. So today's tip for frugal living is to learn how to work with whole foods. Learn how to cook with whole foods. If you've made it this far, there's two things I want. One, I want to know, is there anything that I've mentioned that you want to see me make? And two, is there a favorite simple recipe you have? Like, if you have a favorite simple recipe and you're willing to, I'm not asking for, mama's secret homemade, whatever. Leave it in the comments, or if there's a video that you can access, link it. Favorite simple recipe, just a few ingredients, easy, anybody can do it. Because I know a lot of my people who currently follow do cook, and I would really like to have these recipes so that they're simple, a few ingredients, and affordable and easy to do, so that my beginners who are, because I really do want to reach everybody. I really truly do care about seeing everybody do better. Well, I mean, not billionaires. Billionaires can lose billions. I don't care. But the average everyday person, I want to see do better and do well and be happy, and I just want to see us all happy, and I know it's naive and stupid, but I know a lot of you who watch my videos and are subscribed already. Thank you, by the way. I know you cook. And I know some of you cook like really simple meals. Like some of you have said, I believe in simple cooking, and take a minimalistic approach. So if you could, leave it in the comments below your favorite simple recipe, your favorite simple frugal recipe, so that people who are looking for recipes can add it to the repertoire. And also, if I am allowed to make that recipe on video, let me know, because I'm not gonna lie, some of them are gonna look good and I'm gonna try them. So if you want me to do a video on it, absolutely. If you don't want me to do a video on it, absolutely respect that too. Anyways, again, my name is Melissa, and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. If you want to hear more, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.